we ate a lot of food in Japan, and I think that they have actually very nice food. Their food have a very strong cultural identity.
You can't tell much from the external of the building, but Tamiya Inc. Japan has a very impressive management. Everything was done with so much order, from designing the product to advertising it.
On the second day of our OIP trip, we went to a Japanese high school, and in the afternoon, we had a lunch party with the Japanese students. We exchanged our gifts and introduced ourselves. It provides us a good opportunity for the students, both the Japanese and us, to interact. We had a portrait drawing session. It was really a fun exercise because we get to know each other as we draw them. Most of the Japanese students there draw them in their manga style. Despite the language barrier that we have, we really enjoy ourselves there.
We also visited a shrine dedicated to Tokugawa Ieyasu, the shogun who unified Japan in 1600. We can see that Tokugawa Ieyasu's influence in many aspects of our daily life and even in the national character of the Japanese people.
The tuna was so big that it can fit your whole arm in it.
They have strong cultural identity, and that shapes the food they have.
The Toro Museum was another highlight of our OIP trip, as ancient ceramic pieces and wooden rafts used for transportation. We learned about the ancestral history of Japan as we immersed ourselves into learning of
The CCC is a Center for Creative Communications, helping to nurture creative talent and support art in Shizuoka. Our OIP group visited their building, which was previously an elementary school. We met Miss Jewel, who was a representative, and she helped us to arrange workshops throughout our stay in Shizuoka. She told us that at the CCC, artists can rent out spaces to hold their own exhibitions.
We did a dyeing workshop in CCC, Center for Creative Communications. We were given white cloth and Japanese dyeing ink. There were 2 different types of dyeing styles that Sensei taught us.
If you just take a look at it, right, you will know that it's from Japan. It's Japanese food. Even we actually have eaten an international buffet, and even if it's so-called international buffet, it's actually very much in Japanese style. Remember I ate the shabu shabu, which is their hot pot. Even if it's a hot pot, and like maybe the Chinese also have the same food, but this time it's really different because the kind of meat and the vegetables they serve is just really Japanese, and that's quite something to take note of.
Every soul on the earth, when it has heat, it will be the stone. It's a different nature, but it's stone. I thought, we made it. When I go to that stage, I just realized every ceramic piece is done by human being. It's artificial things. About 12,000 years ago. This was about 12,000 years ago.
This trip to Japan also offered a memorable experience as we were given an opportunity to interact with clay during an activity together with ceramic artist Reiko Motohara. During this activity, we were given 100 grams each of clay balls using each piece of clay to create different kinds of bowls and cups. Many of us struggled to mold the clay objects as fast as we could despite numerous cracks in our clay, as we were discouraged to use water for our molding initially. Although the experience was rather tough for me, I feel that we understand more about the properties of clay through the minimal use of water.
All the food we have really quite delicious.
The last part of this activity involved much seriousness and creativity, as each one of us had to use simply 100 grams of clay, to create a piece that will be showcased in the artist's exhibition. This experience was enjoyable as we managed to use clay to effectively represent ourselves in a way through the works we created.
Can you continue walking, like walk straight? You know, it can be good for our video montage.
When we ordered the ramen, right, they don't actually use pen and paper to take our orders. They use something like an iPad or something electronic. Is a device, and it's really very amazing because we don't have that in Singapore.
It was a great experience.